Today we're going to take a look at a very versatile Google tool that your students could use and you as an educator can also use. I'm going to come over here and I am going to open a new Google slide. When you open, you will see that there are templates that you could use, but you could also start with a brand new blank presentation. Let's say your students have been researching a topic and now they are going to do some type of presentation, whether that's one page for maybe the primary students or multiple pages. So what we're going to do is decide if you would like this layout or not. If you want a different layout, there are lots of options here. For right now, I'm actually going to change to this one. I'm going to have, and basically I'm going to be adding more slides. And when I add, it goes back to that default layout unless when I click it, I can change any of the layout on a slide that I want. So I'm going to start with a title. And just like a Word document, PowerPoint, anything like that, you can change the font, you can change the color, you can change where it's located, borders, all of those things. I want to go here. So I'm going to put it in the center and I'm going to change the font and make it bigger and bold. All right. So now I'm actually going to get rid of this. I want to add a picture for the first page of the presentation. So you can go right to insert and you're going to click image. And there are different options here. You can upload an image that you already have on the computer. Here is where we're going to go today, the stock and web. You could also upload from your drive and photos or even by a URL. So we're going to go here today and we are going to click butterfly life cycle to see what images come up. And since I already have a label here, I'm going to pick this one. And again, you can make it bigger. You can move where it is and have it lay out exactly the way the presenter wants. So whether, again, that's your students or yourself. So now on this page, what I want to do is add a picture and add a description. So I am going to start with a caterpillar. And different options show up. If I want to be more specific, I can just add that. So I'm actually going to have a painted lady caterpillar. And select that. And I like that size, so I'm going to kind of match that text box. Here, I want to describe what's happening in the picture, tell my fact. So the caterpillar has 2 types of legs. They have 6 true legs and 10 pro legs. And again, you can move that to however you want. Now, as I'm working, I'm saying to myself, oh, I actually want to start with the egg. So I could right click on here and click new slide. I also could add a new slide here. And I'm just going to move it because I want it in front of the picture. So now I can go over here and add the painted lady egg. And again, I have some pictures, and I'm going to pick this one. Have it be the size that I want it to be. place it where I want it to be. I can even crop it. I double clicked, but you can also click up here to crop it. And maybe I do want to trim that a little bit. And I'll do the same on the other side. And now maybe expand it a little bit more. All right. And of course, I want to put a description or fact. The egg hatches on a plant that the caterpillar likes to eat. And maybe I don't need that box. And again, I can format it to be the way I want. So I can continue doing that to prepare my presentation, okay? It's automatically white, as you can see, but let's say I want to change the background. So I can click on a slide, click background, and I can even just choose a different color. So I'm going to choose a different color. And then you're going to notice that just that slide changed colors. Let's say you want all of the slides to change colors. So I'm going to go to the next one, click background. I'm also going to pick that orange color, but this time I'm going to select add to theme. That then makes all of the slides have that same background. Now, the gray on this side is because that's the format or layout of the slide that we chose. You might notice now the layout has also changed the slides to be orange. If I add a slide now, it has orange, and because it was after this slide, it has that same layout. If I come up here and click add, we have a new slide as well. And then I accidentally deleted. We can undo just like in other presentations. Last, I want to add a slide. I'm going to change the layout to, you can even have a blank slide if you know for sure you're not doing any typing. Let's say instead of the students having a project presenting, you as the teacher are presenting information to your class and you want to have it all in one place. Google Slides is another amazing tool that you can create your whole lesson and it's in the one place that you want it to be together. So let's say we want a video to demonstrate the life cycle of the butterfly. So I'm going to click insert. I'm going to click video. Now you can upload one from your Google Drive. If you already have a URL from YouTube, you could just paste it in here. But I'm actually going to look for a video because I don't have one already set. And there's different options here. And you can look through and decide which one you might want to have. And I decided I'm going to add Painted Lady because that's the particular butterfly my class is going to study. So I can actually change it to be more specific. And I am going to click it and insert it to my slide. So now I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And when I play this video as my class is watching, it does not take us to YouTube. It is going to play right on the slideshow. So I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to click slideshow and I will be able to click through the slides to either present, if I'm a student, to the class to teach them about what I learned, or as the teacher to present a lesson. And the video will play right here. I just want to briefly show you how it'll stay right here rather than going to the YouTube site.
The life cycle of the Painted Lady butterfly.
I can, of course, make it full screen.
A female has found a thistle.
I can pause if I want to tell the students about something or restate something that was in the video.
Plant and is now laying some eggs.
But it is all in one place. Of course, you don't want to forget to title. If there's a text on the first slide, it will automatically create that title, but you could certainly change it. So I might say Butterfly Life Cycle Lesson 1 if I'm the teacher and I'm presenting this. If I'm the student and I am sharing a project, you might have them title it Butterfly Life Cycle and their name, and perhaps all of the presentations go into the same Google Drive so that one student after the other can present their projects. So again, to wrap up, the Google Slides really can do just about anything you want. One last thing I want to show you is, I'll just go up here. I'm going to do new slide, and I want it to be blank. And for the background, we were changing the colors. There is also an option to choose an image. So if I click here, lots of options of where you can get your images. I don't already have one ready. So if I go to Google Images and now I type Painted Lady Butterfly, many different pictures appear. And I could pick one of these to be either on one slide to accompany a text, or maybe I want it to be the whole background. And since we picked black background, that's what we're going to do. So if I click this, it is now the background of the slide. So instead of being orange, it is now the Painted Lady Butterfly. So if I added text, insert text box, and of course I can change any of this. Let's learn about butterflies. And on that particular background, you cannot see it very well. So perhaps you're going to pick another color that will pop out. I'm going to pick let's do orange. Ooh. Let's do an orange color. And I can have that as a more interesting background. Now, depending on the image you choose, that would possibly distract from the other pages. So I have it to kind of start the presentation or start the lesson, but then I go to a colored background. I don't want this to become a distraction on the other slides when trying to present information. Your students can create so many different presentations with this Google Slide, even if it's just a one-page document for perhaps kindergarten, first grade. They can start to experiment and learn how to use Google Slide. And certainly you as a teacher could use this to present one lesson or even your whole day. Have fun experimenting with the Google Slides.